Good morning. Hope you're having a beautiful day. We are doing the daily collective read for today, Friday, January 20th, 2023. What is coming up for us today and into the weekend? Let's find out, because I really liked the read we got yesterday, so I'm very curious to see what we're coming up today. Can I please get 5 cards to get us started? We've got the first card coming out in our spread. Guys, I'm very happy to see we are starting today with a 10 of Pentacles. This speaks very well for anything that you're doing around your life right now, around your business, around basically any of your social networks or your community. This is showing that today is going to be a very productive day for you, even regardless if you didn't get the best night's sleep last night. But really what we're seeing here is a focus very much on your connective network, on the things around you that really kind of move things forward. So a lot of productivity that we're seeing today. Very nice to see coming out of the Mercury retrograde. Can I please get another card for the next 5 card spread? Whoop, we've got the rest of them coming out. Oh, and they're all here. I'm okay with this. All right. So what else are we seeing coming through today? Well, there is a little bit of a bad point here, and this is having to do with, I'm not surprised to see it, considering we've been seeing it both in the daily collectives recently and also in the daily cards of the day. So there is, even while you're keeping your focus right now on the things that are moving forward as it relates to your daily life, the things that really drive you, your own productivity, we do see here that there is some attention that is still being called to some connection right now that you may have with a particular energy or person. And this is something that is still not necessarily repaired or remedied. So your thoughts are still returning to this circumstance or situation that may not necessarily be in the place that you would ideally hope it to be. However, I always point out when we have this 6 of Cups in its reversal, this could have to do with issues of the family. This could have issues to do with a particular energy that you're in a relationship or have been in a relationship. And what really needs to be called attention to in circumstances like this is that you can only do what you can do as it relates to these connections. That it really takes 2 energies in order to be able to repair or restore these kind of karmic connections. And you may be putting a lot of thought and concentration right now on this, even as you're moving forward in the areas of your life that are being most productive. I'm also seeing here one of the reasons why you may be feeling like this, and I'm not surprised to see this card as well, because we also received this in one of the daily cards this week, and there is that Knight of Pentacles again. So for many of you, this is a week that, again, your attention is being turned back to your work and the things that you're doing, the things that are actually moving forward in your life right now, because there are tangible offers coming towards you right now. And as I mentioned with this night, this can be a little bit slow. I will point this out. You see the fact that this is something that is going to be moving at a bit of a slower pace than you're used to. But we do like to see the Knight of Pentacles because it shows that there is real grounding there, real stability, and real opportunity. And we see this being the center card of the spread today. So this is where a lot of your attention is going to be focused as you continue through the day. And this new energy, these new opportunities that are coming towards you this week or today, is what's really allowing you to drive forward right now. And we are seeing both cards of completion, so the closing out of cycles as you move into more productive ones, as well as the restart. I'm saying that because the next card in our 5 card spread today is the Fool. We love to see the Fool energy, particularly in a spread like this, because what this really says is as you have these new opportunities and offers coming towards you right now, this chance of and that are far more stable than things you may have experienced thus far, this is what is driving you forward. This is what is giving you that kickstart into these new cycles, as is being represented by the Fool. Now with the Fool, there's always a bit of uncertainty. There's always a little bit of trepidation. However, you are allowing your own confidence and your own trust in the universe to guide you through as you hit this basically this restart moment in your experience. And all of this is to say, we also see, and I love seeing this card in combination with the Fool, because while you are basically feeling like a bit of an excitement and risk as you venture off into these new opportunities that are coming towards you right now, you're doing so with a mind to the long-term effects. Not necessarily just jumping in headfirst, but really being cognizant of what you are trying to grow and what is going to be sustainable as you move forward. Definitely don't hate these for our first 5 cards. We're going to start getting some clarity as it relates to what we are seeing so far. Getting clarity right now between this 10 of Pentacles. So moving with a lot of attention today on your own work, on the things that you're trying to move forward, on your professional aspirations, on your passion projects, on your community, anything that is very tangible in the space that you're trying to create around community and yourself, while also still having a mind to some of these connections that are not necessarily in the place that you want to have them, maybe considering how you might be able to adjust and change them, while also coming to potentially to an acceptance points in understanding that some of these may not necessarily be able to be connections that you can carry forward from this completion point. Can I please get 1 card to clarify? Whoop! We've got 2 cards coming up. And this makes a lot of sense as it relates to these 2 cards in conjunction. Moving forward, but thinking back on some of these not necessarily the connections that are in the positive place. Because what you're really seeing here is there is something that is still causing some sort of chaos or ungroundedness as it relates to how you are feeling. However, you are letting the communication that is coming through to you really move you forward from this point. And you're putting your attention to the areas that you can positively communicate with, that you can engage upon, in order to kind of repair some of this ungroundedness that you still may be feeling as it relates to your own life and your own sense of self. This is kind of that. And then what we're seeing here truly is we're seeing here kind of the 2 minds that is occurring as it relates to the places you're going moving forward. This is where the communication is working. These are the places that you're actually seeing progress in the things that you're trying to drive forward, versus the places that are necessarily not necessarily working as functionally, particularly around relationships or tight karmic bonds or broken karmic bonds. And this is the area that is still causing you a little bit of doubt and uncertainty and confusion. Whenever we see the world in its reversal, it is a reminder that grounding right now is key. Really ground within yourself, focus on meditation, be able to bring yourself back into your space so that you don't necessarily feel this ungroundedness or confusion that the world in its reversal often brings. Continuing to get clarity between these cards, getting clarity right now between the 6 of Cups and its reversal. So some of your mind being kind of 2 minds right now, some of your attention being very, very focused on some connection that you currently have in your experience right now that is not necessarily where you want it to be, putting some mindfulness towards this, trying to figure out how to repair or remedy it, or potentially just deciding to let this go, because that's what we're really seeing here with all of these completion cards coming up. And instead, also having your focus driving towards these new grounded opportunities and offers that are clearly coming forward into your present space. Can I please get 1 card to clarify between these 2 very different points? 1 card, please. Oh, there it is. We have the 4 of Swords. So more than anything, this is a call for rest. For many of you, this is just a moment where you're allowing any conflict points to kind of reach a resolution because you are feeling kind of drained and tired of them. And this is also a moment of acceptance, of really allowing yourself to have this opportunity, to have this moment to heal, to be in a state of calmness that is potentially required right now, particularly if we see this world in its reversal. So kind of allowing yourself to move into the places that are going to give you that opportunity to rest, to rejuvenate, to build your energy. So for many of you, this could indicate that while there are some opportunities that are coming forward right now, you're not dashing to them. You're not like throwing yourself into them. You're really giving yourself this space to restore. So this could be kind of allowing these other situations potentially that are not necessarily in a place that you want, just choosing not to be active on them right now and just kind of letting them be. And also not necessarily like, again, as I pointed out, this Knight of Pentacles being a very slow night, not necessarily feeling like you need to rush towards it so much, just giving yourself the space right now to rest, to restore, to contemplate your next steps as you move forward from this point. Continuing to get clarity from this point. While we do see this energy coming forward of this Fool, so moving into these new cycles, these new opportunities, kind of building yourself up to kind of take this step as you go on with today. And looking for the areas right now that seem supportive, that seem long lasting, keeping your attention on this slow growth, on this careful cultivation of what you are trying to build towards with the card that we started on, the Ten of Pentacles. Can I please get one card to clarify? One card, please. We do see here that some of the reason that there is this pause right now. Oh, correction point. My mistake. That was my mistake. Clarity right now. Apologies. Clarity right now between the Knight of Pentacles, so these slow, steady offers that are coming in, things that are going, you're seeing kind of that they have the potential to come forward, but allowing them the time that they need. And this energy that is allowing you to kind of step into these new offers and opportunities is the Six of Swords in its reversal. And what we're really seeing here is this moment where, and I think that this is also bringing attention to why we see this stillness. We see this moment of rest. We see this moment of pause that you're creating for yourself. Because some of those difficult situations that we're still seeing here with the Six of Cups in its reversal, you're not necessarily ready to completely let them go, but you are in a place where you're preparing yourself, because there are some things that you're still trying to kind of restore from as it relates to those circumstances, and you're not necessarily feeling ready yet to completely move away from them. However, you definitely are building to that point, and you're kind of finding yourself in this midway between this ability to move forward and these offers coming through as you determine what you want to do next and how you want to proceed. There is a desire here to let down the grief, to find a way forward right now in which you don't have to carry the grief of the past with you. And that is truly what we see here with that Six of Swords in its reversal. This desire to move forward because of the opportunities and offers that are presenting, but really asking yourself how you can do so without carrying the harms or the pains from the past with you. Now we will get clarity between the Fool energy and this desiring to move forward and understanding that you're moving forward into places of slow growth, of buildup, of allowing yourself the time necessary to let these things organically grow in the way that they are meant to grow, and really kind of sowing the seeds for what you hope to achieve as you move forward from this point. Ashley, I've seen you there. You're on the list. We do see here that there is something about the unknown that you are still trying to resolve or get clarity on, that there is something a little mysterious about this path that you're moving forward with. Thank you so much for the gifts. And it is this I think that this is also why we see you moving forward in this new direction, allowing this new cycle to open, but doing it so methodically, because you are understanding and you're keeping a lot of your focus on the things that are not necessarily clear to you right now, and trying to allow yourself this time and space to get the clarity, to get the illumination, so that you move forward in the best, safest way possible, even feeling a bit of that risky adventurousness that is indicated with the Fool card. So we see that back and forth that's happening right now between like wanting to rush forward and go into things like a little bit like head over heels, but also kind of reining it in because you're trying to really keep your focus on what you're trying to build. Don't hate it. Don't hate it. Thank you guys so much for the gifts. We are going to continue right now. So getting clarity right now between these 2 points, between this new communication that's coming through, these new possibilities, these new opportunities, these new plans, but also feeling a bit ungrounded still, even as you move forward in this, maybe feeling a little overwhelmed or uncertain, and this desire to rest, this desire to give yourself the space right now to rest, to heal, to restore. And I think that this is really the solution that you're giving yourself to this world, this ungroundedness that you're feeling. Can I please get one card to clarify these 2 points? We've got 2 cards popping up right now. I don't hate these cards. I don't hate these cards. Because what we're really seeing is, I feel that you're understanding right now that there is something that is occurring right now, that you need this rest, you need this rebalancing point for yourself, that this is, in a way, I want to say, like, it's almost like the calm before the storm, because here we have the Lovers with the Six of Wands, which is saying that for many of you, your eye right now, and the reason that you're being kind of so trepidatious, but also, you know, feeling this momentum to move forward, is because partnership is on your mind, and that you may potentially even see the possibility of true partnership right now. And this is creating this sense of victory around you, that you're already sensing that something of this nature is coming towards you at this moment. And a lot of your focus is on building a connection like this. I need to stress this, on creating a connection like this, which is what we see here with this calm before the storm, the slowness before the movement. This doesn't necessarily need to speak towards intimate relationships. I will always point that out. So if you are in partnership, this could be a deep focus on creating the tools to have that deeper partnership. This can also talk about any kind of partnership in your life that is really going to spiritually uplift you and kind of upgrade you, if you will. Because one thing I always like to point out when we see the Lover's card is this is not a union of two people just going back and forth. This is a spiritual union of the masculine energy looking at the feminine looking heavenwards, creating this circuit that allows for this spiritual uplifting as in the partnership itself. And this is the moment that you're really giving yourself, I see, to rest, to ground yourself, to kind of set the plans in place, to begin the communications, to try to create partnerships like this, or with a focus on partnerships like this in your experiences at the moment. Don't hate it. Continuing to get clarity right now. So clarity right now between this Four of Swords. So this moment of rest that you're feeling. Giving yourself this moment of rest. And why are you giving yourself this moment of rest? Because you are still carrying some grievances from the past on your heart. You are still carrying some wounds. You are still allowing yourself the time to heal. And you are really moving with a very methodical way forward from this point, and giving yourself this space because you are trying to move forward without having to carry this grief or carry this burden. Can I please get one card to clarify? Oh, there it is, just popping up right there. Don't hate it. I don't hate this spread at all. We have the Ace of Wands in its reversal, and this is because I feel that what you're really doing right now is this is a moment of preparation that you're giving yourself. You're really kind of giving yourself this moment to try to ground, to try to heal, so that you can bring all of this passion, all of this creative energy, all of this spiritual force that you're seeing kind of coming on the horizon towards you, and really manifest it into existence, manifesting your passions, manifesting your projects, really being able to try to put into effect all of that spiritual and creative energy that's coming towards you right now. This could also be very much as it relates to trying to bringing these new spiritual partnerships or these deeper spiritual connections into your reality by grounding those kind of manifestations of it into the present world. And this is saying that there's a lot of success around it, considering it is an Ace card. We are going to continue right now, getting clarity between the Six of Swords and its reversal. So moving from this point right now where you are trying to let go of the grief, you are trying to let go of the heartache, you are trying to let go of the trauma as you move from this point. And one of the reasons that this could be feeling very difficult for you at this moment is because something around these circumstances and scenarios that hurt you so much or caused you pain, still feeling the weight of the unknown around them, still feeling that you may not have gotten all of the answers that you required, but also trying to process that this is the place that you may have to experience these thus far, which is why we see you in this point of healing, even as you move forward from this point. Can I please get one card to clarify? Whoop, we've got it right here. We've got the Wheel of Fortune in its reversal. So this is a moment where you are looking at these past situations, these past experiences, these things that you're trying to heal from. And you're looking at all of the unknowns that may potentially still surround you as it relates to these circumstances. But you're also giving yourself a point of acceptance right now, in understanding that there may be situations that you don't know to have full clarity on. They may not have gone the way that you wanted them to go, but also understanding that even that was kind of fated or destined to happen, that there was a deeper path that you were on, and that necessarily wasn't basically, that had a reason. And I feel that what we're seeing here is that moment of contemplation, that moment of rest is really for you to kind of align to this moment and allow yourself to understand that though that was a low point, on the scale, on your fate path. It does not necessarily mean that it is the culmination of that path, that this was just a low point that you experienced, and that there are lessons that you can learn from this point, and that this wheel will now shift back upwards. Don't hate it. We are going to continue to get clarity on these points right now. So getting clarity between these cards, which are fantastic. This Lover's energy. So really a focus right now and a reorientation to strong spiritual partnerships. Partnerships not just grounded in the physical, but partnerships that are spiritually and mentally aligned with your higher self, and trying to work towards these and feeling a victory kind of coming around this as you come to a deeper understanding of what these relationships and circumstances look like, and with a concentration on how to bring them into your life at this point. This is truly the connection point. I need to stress this. For many of you, it is not the fact that this is just appearing in your life. It is that you now have an understanding of these relationships, and this is what's giving you the strength and the ability to bring them towards you at right now, because of that deeper understanding. And that is where the victory comes here. Can I please get one card to clarify? Whoop, that's more than one, please, just one. One card, please. One card, there it is. There's still a little bit of doubt around this. I'm going to just say there's a little bit of doubt that you're still feeling around this, as is indicated. And this makes a lot of sense, because we're also seeing that this is where that ungroundedness comes from. This is why the world is still in its reversal, because there are still some feelings of self-doubt around this, of not necessarily having full trust or confidence in yourself, even as you are clearly seeing and understanding it. In a way, your eyes have been cleared up on this. You now understand how to manifest these partnerships towards you right now. You see the way to do it, but you're still having that bit of doubt in your own capabilities to have them brought. But that's perfectly acceptable, because we do see, I think that some of the reason we're seeing this moment of rest is because you're trying to also build your confidence as you move forward from this point. Something I always like to point out when we see the Magician in its reversal is this is a very strong reminder that you may be doubting yourself, or doubting your own abilities, or doubting the tools around you to help you get to those things that you are hoping to achieve. But the key to the Magician getting out of its reversal right now is always and truly remembering that the magic ingredient that the Magician has is themselves. So building one's confidence right now in one's own abilities to manifest this into your reality is what is going to help you bring this about right now. We are going to continue right now getting clarity between this Ace of Wands in its reversal and this Wheel of Fortune in its reversal. Two very interesting cards to see side by side. So seeing here a deep concentration on your own abilities to manifest your goals, to manifest your aspirations, to manifest the communication and the passion that you want here into your reality at this point, while also, and this is that ungrounded moment, still having a lot of presence of mind to the fact that you have been experiencing something that has been feeling like a setback, or you're still recovering from something that feels like it was a great setback, but also trying to learn the lessons that were so important for you to reach that moment, understanding that they were also a part of your path at this point. May I please get one card to clarify? One card, please. There's a moment of grief here. There is a moment of grief that we're seeing, and this is that pain. This is that pain that we're seeing around the situations and circumstances that you're letting go of, and the secrets that you still feel are kind of hidden, or not, that you don't have full clarity on. It is the understanding that you're moving forward from a point on the fate path where you previously had some desired outcome. You had some desired future that you were hoping for. And now you're understanding that it isn't going to manifest the way that you had intended. But with this Ace of Wands in its reversal, what we really see is this is not a point where you are abandoning this future possibility or potential, but you are understanding that you can still bring about this future situation or scenario, just not necessarily in the way that you planned or intended. And that is the moment that what you are really doing is you are allowing yourself to relinquish to fate the way the manifestation is supposed to be coming in. understanding that that was the trick point, that as long as you keep your eye focused on the desired future outcome instead of a particular person or a particular manifestation of it, that this isn't necessarily lost to you. It's just going to come in a different form. However, there is this moment of going through that grief, dealing with that burden. And this is the thing that you're trying to put the grief down on as you kind of allow yourself to process that this is the way that this must go, even as you're actively working towards that desired outcome in the future. We are going to continue to get clarity between these 2 points. Getting clarity, this is the moment of self-doubt that many of you will be facing today. This is going to be the challenging moment of today. And this is the moment where we really want to see this healing coming through. And this is where we see that need for rest, that need for restoration, even as a lot of the things around you right now are showing you evidence that there's something very large coming towards you right now, that you already witness and understand how to bring these things into your reality. There is this moment of self-doubt that you're feeling. And the reason you're feeling this self-doubt right now is due to the fact that there were some circumstances or scenarios that you're recently coming out of that you had hoped for a different possibility, you had hoped for a different outcome. And this anxiety is what is creating this moment where the magician is doubting themselves and their own abilities. Can I please get the final card for this spread, please? The final card. Whoa! Okay, we've got 3 cards coming out. I'm going to read all 3 because this is a big message. Okay. I like this. I like this a lot. I like this a lot. What we're really seeing here, and this is going to hit a little different depending on whether you align to masculine or feminine energy. And I think this speaks a lot to how these energies are interpreting this point of uncertainty or doubt in themselves and their own abilities as it relates to those future outcomes. Now, for feminine, this is going to feel like a moment, and we keep seeing this, where feminine is understanding that the path forward towards this point that they are building for themselves is reinvesting in their own selves, reinvesting in love of oneself, reinvesting in the fact that they are deserving and worthy of love, and that they can call love towards them as long as they are manifesting that within their person. Even when there are energies around them that are trying to convince them otherwise. That what we're really seeing here is this is a feminine energy that is moving through right now, building confidence for themselves in the face of some energies around them that they don't necessarily feel was allowing them to experience this towards them. I say that because we see here masculine energy coming up twice, both in the sense of King of Wands in its reversal and King of Pentacles in its reversal. So for me, what we're really seeing here is a feminine energy that is looking at certain manifestations of masculine around them and basically making the choice to choose themselves in light of those, because they understand and they now recognize that the energies that were kind of removing this future scenario from them or making it inability, it wasn't the fact that they could not have that. It was the masculine energies that they were trying to potentially create that with were not necessarily supportive or stable to that ultimate future scenario. This is the moment that feminine is taking the time right now to reinvest in themselves, in their own confidence, in their own abilities, understanding that that is what is going to get the magician out of its reversal and allow for these future scenarios to be created with all of this partnership energy around. Now, for the masculine energy, again, bearing in mind this is not based on gender, but what you feel most aligned to, what we're really seeing right now with the masculine energy is a moment of deep doubt or uncertainty. That there is something here where the masculine energy, they see the fact that their partnership is very much on their minds. They are trying to deal with some grief from some past situations. They see the object of their affection. They see the feminine energy that they want to move towards. But this is really speaking to me as feeling this moment of potential incapability to reach them, because the masculine energy is feeling non-communicative or unable to communicate the way that they're feeling. and also ungrounded or unstable as it relates to their own stability or security. This could also speak very much to masculine energies, not only feeling this within them, but also feeling it around them with other masculines as well. And whatever this is, it is creating some potential block that needs to be overcome by the masculine energy right now, so that they can build the confidence, if in themselves, if you will, in order to move towards the object of their affection in this Empress energy. Now, getting bottom of the deck on this very, very, very positive but interesting daily collective read. Can I please get the bottom of the deck? Bottom of the deck today is the card of the day, my friends. It is the Seven of Cups. So just a reminder, if you didn't watch the daily yet, go check out the daily. So I'm going to say the thing that I keep saying whenever this card comes up, okay? The key variable about this card to keep in mind is I feel that both masculine and feminine energy right now, they have a lot of different options that are around them. And there is this moment of confusion or overwhelm that all energies may be experiencing today. When we experience this, the most important thing to do is to ground within the self. It is to focus. It is to write down your intentions. It is to write down the things that you desire. The magician needs to know what they are looking to create, what they are looking to build, who they are looking for in order to successfully find them. And this is the moment where we see here this moment of self-doubt, this moment of uncertainty manifesting in this point of confusion that is causing potentially the world to also be in its reversal. So if you're feeling like this today, I'm going to suggest it again. I suggested it during the daily read. It's very important because this figure is only disillusioned because they are in darkness. They are in shadow. They do not have any features. They do not know what they want. This is why we need this moment of rest today, because what we're really saying here is now is the moment to orient yourself and to really understand completely what it is that you seek, so that when you look at all of this out here, you are going to build the confidence in yourself because you're going to know exactly what you are going after. That is our daily collective read for the day. Thank you so much for being here with me with it. Just a reminder, if you would like to book a private reading, you can book one on my website, Strega.com. Please keep in mind my private readings are done over Zoom with an option of a video recording being sent to you afterwards. Please remember, if you request a private reading, it is a two-step process. You have to book the reading and you have to pay for the reading. I had someone do it yesterday. Please make sure that you do both, or else we cannot have the reading. And please keep in mind that if you are a subscriber to my TikTok, you can take 10% off any of my services when you go to pay. Just be sure to mention your subscriber ID name at the point of payment. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and we will do this again tomorrow.